Welcome to the Witching Hour Podcast, your home for horror. Keep it evil.
What's better than celebrating your birthday than going to a haunt? Nothing. So tonight, boys and girls, welcome back to the Witching Hour Podcast, where I am your host, John Roysland, and I am here tonight to talk to you about just that, a haunt movie. The Haunted Forest, a 2026 film, has just been on limited release. You can watch it now on Prime, Fandango, Apple, and Plex. Oh, did I forget Prime? I love announcing Prime. Um, yeah, so it is out there. But um, the folks from the film actually reached out to me through my Instagram account and said, "Hey, would you be interested?" And I scrolled through the page. I had recognized the name, went to their page, looked at the pictures, and I was like, "This is that movie about the haunt. Fuck yes, I want to see this movie," and I'm glad I did. So, basis of the film, for those that are not familiar and haven't seen it yet, um, we have young, let's just call it, I think he's a senior in high school, Zach. Zach goes to a boarding school, prep school. When he's asked, "Dude, are you rich?" "No, I'm just really fucking smart." I love that. Zach, kind of an overachiever because of that, but has a hard time focusing because of his love for horror and gore. He would much rather be asleep dreaming and having nightmares and drawing them. Zach is a brilliant artist and would love to do nothing more than sit around all day and draw up these horrific but yet beautiful graphic novel style cartoons that he does. And unfortunately, his grades are suffering from them. Boy, doesn't that sound familiar to so many of us. But it is that season. Fall is here. So Zach has been invited to go home, sort of, to a family member who happens to own a haunted trail. Um, his cousin, he shows up the day of their outside before they open. They're giving a little pep talk. This, that, and the other, and of course, the announcement of Zach, the new guy in town. Um, the owner and cousin of Zach, Mark, which is played by Cedric Gagel, um, kind of segues for a minute to discuss the land that they're standing on, the lands that the haunt is on, is a ground where at one point hundreds of indigenous Native Americans all perished and were murdered and slaughtered um, by the hand of the white man. Interesting, interesting little side note there. And then follows up with, on that note, this is out of context, but on that same note, let's go get ready to scare the shit out of some people and scare them to death. And so the haunt begins. They put Zach into makeup and character where he meets the young makeup artist, played by Caitlin Lenardi. The two of them hit it off and start a little um, haunt romance, if you will. So Zach keeps coming back every weekend until one of the actors, who is actually and coincidentally writer director, I put slash co-star because he does kind of co-star in the film, Keith Boynt. I apologize for this. Boynton. Keith Boynton. He is found dead, hung, as the park mourns the loss of their said friend and co-worker at the haunt. They blame it on a local competitor. Needless to say, the news travels fast, and more and more and more people keep coming week after week. More and more people are attending, and numbers are through the roof, and they are making hand over fist in money. And then there's another accident, one of which actually um, pertains to our boy Zach and his coworker who are coming back from break, who have been given all the safety instructions with chainsaws because all the chains are off of them. Or are they? Hmm. So another incident, and yet more and more people keep showing up. So with that being said, you start thinking it's one person in particular that is actually possibly sabotaging their own place for money. The movie moves along, unfortunately, at kind of a slow pace. It's, I don't even want to call it slow. It's just kind of day to day. It's character driven. All the actors in the film play very likable and give great performances. Um, Third scene, excuse me, act three is where everything opens up and you're kind of left with your jaw down here and you're like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't see that. It was kind of far-fetched, a little bit out of left field, but it worked all the same. The movie is, I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for a good haunt movie. You tell me it's about a local haunt, and I'm all for it. Um, you do have a lot to live up to, in my opinion, because The House is October Built is probably, well, I know it's under my top 10. So, yeah, of horror films anyway. So, you got a lot to live for. Now, interesting fact, the film didn't have to work real hard as far as setting for the film. The film was actually filmed at a place called Markoff's Haunted Forest. And I'm so pissed off that I did not hear about this because it was about an hour and a half away from where I live in Dickerson, Maryland. So, Markoff's Haunt, if you hear this, I'm right across the pond on the Eastern Shore. Reach out to me. I would love to talk to you guys. Seriously. Now, were there anybody from any actors from the film um, that were actually work at the haunt? I do not know. I've looked up the website briefly, and holy shit, does it look impressive. And it is quote unquote home of the largest scare trail in America. So how can you not want to go visit that? Anybody on the Eastern Seaboard. I mean, the entire Delmarva area should know about this and should be there by now. And speaking of which, Maryland, Baltimore. All right, now I'm all about supporting the home team. I am. But editing department for The Haunted Forest, every weekend, um, the haunt got more and more busy. And you're showing all of the spectators there, and they're drinking and walking, and they're in line, and they're having a great time. And it's beautiful. Great showing of all the attendees. Except you gotta keep an eye out what people are wearing. Because at one point you say 3 weeks till Halloween, and you show X amount of people. You show what they're wearing, and they're walking by the camera. Next scene, 2 weeks. And there's one guy in particular wearing a Baltimore t-shirt. Same cat, same shirt. Now, maybe that's his every Saturday shirt, and he went back twice. I'm all with that. Sorry, it was just something that I noticed, and I was like, oh, small editing. They should have caught that guy, but it's all good. Now, here's my biggest downfall. There was a couple holes that didn't quite make sense with the story panning out smoothly. Um, but you guys are at a haunt. a place where people should go overboard with blood. I'm missing the blood. I'm missing a lot of blood. My opinion, there should have been buckets of blood being sprayed everywhere. But again, performances were great. I've already mentioned a few. Megan Reed, Jamie Bernadette was great to see her in the film. Um, I love this name with all my heart. Mashka Wolf. I had to mention that name. I know who the character was in the film, and I love your name. Absolutely love it. I'm way off track with that. Um, so the Haunted Forest, I love the name, by the way. That name is so mysterious and could have gone in so many different directions. But to have a haunted trail and be called the Haunted Forest, I dig that. It works together. And once you see the scenery and the layout of the land, you're going to love it and you're going to appreciate it. Definitely look up Markov, just as it sounds, Mark Off, all put together. Haunted Forest. Um, but in the meantime, definitely check out the Haunted Forest. When I first watched it, I told a buddy of mine that I was a little bit let down. Um, and having looked back over it, I enjoyed it a lot more because I was able to put a lot of the storyline together. Certain things didn't quite make sense. I do think it could have been without the sense of having to be a violent movie. I think it could have been a little more. Act three, everything unfolds. Um, and let's just say there are some violent acts. Some things I think could have been shown a little bit more, just a little bit, just a little bit, but definitely more blood. There's always room for more blood. With that being said, I definitely want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you check out the movie. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think of the film. And let me know if you've ever actually been to Markov's. I would love to talk to you if you have. It's been a while since I've been to any, and they were in Jersey, Pennsylvania area. Dear friends of mine work at one, and one actually Devil's Playground, which is about 25 minutes away from where I live. Again, in Maryland, over here on the Eastern Shore. If you're from Maryland, you're going to understand why I keep saying the Eastern Shore. The hell's Eastern Shore? It's a Maryland thing, trust me. Um, uh, Thank you for bringing me to this film. As a matter of fact, person who reached out to me said that they were the social media for the film. Signed, Mashka. Mashka. You know how I feel about your name. Thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me. That's really heartfelt. Thank you for bringing me a very entertaining movie. I am now longing for Halloween again. And at the very beginning of the film, I made kind of a weird reference as to what's better, celebrating your birthday or going to a haunt. Those of you who have actually sat through my entire show, I'm now going to explain that. This is Saturday that I'm airing the show, not recording, but the day I'm airing it. The date is 2/28. Could it be somebody's birthday? Could it be this guy's birthday? Yes. 2/28. That's why I made the reference there. And with that being said, I'm going to give you a present. First person down below to have a comment. I'm not celebrating my birthday. Honestly, I just wish the whole day would just not exist anymore at this point in time. And I could just wake up and it'd be Sunday and oh shit, my birthday's a year away. And I'd be completely happy with that. But I'm in a very generous mood. First person down below that has subscribed, you are on the subscribe list that says, Happy birthday, John, or Gandalf, or Santa, or whatever you want to call me. Nicely, please. I will reach out to you and I will kindly ask for your mailing address. And I'm going to send you something from the Witching Hour podcast. It'll be the first time I've ever done this. So I'm feeling very generous on my birthday. Now, of course, if someone wants to send something to me, who am I to say no? But with that being said, I got a couple people I need to thank. Blood Pack Films, Mega City Movie, Mega City Media, AMS, my brother. And of course, my brother from another, Hack of Hacks Horror Show, my three sponsors. Thank you guys so much for all the love that you guys have given me and the support. And thank you guys also for the support that you guys have brought to the Witching Hour podcast. Numbers have increased. You guys have been liking, sharing, and talking to me down below. And I really, really dig that because I'm here for you guys. I'm doing this for you. I don't need to do this for myself. I could talk to a mirror and do the same shit. But I do it for you. You guys seem to respect my opinion, or you just think I'm funny looking, you need a laugh. Whichever, it don't matter. I don't care. I just appreciate you guys being here. So until next time, thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon. And you know the rule. Keep it evil. See you guys.